All right, it looks like the Detroit Lions have outsmarted the LA Rams. And as we get closer to the game, more information is coming out from the Rams side of things. It's just really proven this out. Let me know in the comments the prediction for this game. I think the Lions win, but I think it's going to be closer. I've been saying more like 27-24, something like that. We've been asking the last couple of videos. So if you haven't put your score prediction in the comments, make sure you do that. Okay, here's what's going on the LA Rams side of things. And it proves that the Lions have outsmarted the Rams. And remember, Brad Holmes learned from the Rams, and it just really, the more you look at this, the more it's like, yeah, I love what's happening. So Jonah Jackson, okay, let me back up. Jonah Jackson is going to be moved to center possibly, because good news for the Lions, the Rams have just a complete mess on the offensive line right now. So Jonah Jackson is going to have to move possibly to center. If you look at that and why this is a big deal is because he signed a 3-year, $51 million contract. What they do here is they break down all the different guards, and he's a well-paid guard. Overall, Jonah Jackson was cited all offseason as LA's new left guard. And so that would make him tied with the third highest paid left guard. Okay, fine, whatever. He's a free agent. But at center, he would have completely destroyed the market and gone to an extremely high paid center if Creed Humphrey hadn't gotten a big deal. But here's why this is big. The top two centers are Creed Humphrey, then a group of 4 players linked or lumped close together. So you see Creed Humphrey, there's Frank Ragnow. For Jackson to move to center, his contract now becomes the second highest center contract in the NFL, $3.5 million more per season than Frank Ragnow. So Ragnow's deal is outdated, but right now Jackson makes 26% more per season, and he's got almost as much guaranteed despite signing a contract that's 1 year shorter than Ragnow's. So what the Lions did, they did not get Jonah Jackson back. Instead, Jonah Jackson goes to the Rams, signs a huge deal. This is a big deal because he's a guard, number one. Number two, they paid him a lot of money. Number three, he's oft injured. Man, the dude is injured a lot, and he cannot play center, which is really interesting that they're moving him there, because another article says Rams scramble to reconfigure the offensive line with week 1 looming, and goes in to talk about, basically talks about how Jonah Jackson is not a center. He's not a center. So the Lions, instead, they go and get Zeitler, sign him to a very manageable deal at right guard. They sign him for he's 34 years old, right? We're not getting away from that, but a 1-year, $6 million contract. Graham Glasgow, three years, $20 million versus the 3 years, 55 or 51 Jonah Jackson got. But the big deal is Graham Glasgow can play center. So he played center last year when anything happened to Frank Ragnow. So Graham Glasgow is so valuable and such a good deal at 3 years, $20 million. And so what you have right now is the Rams scrambling, trying to figure it out ahead of week 1. It's getting here. They're going to possibly put Jonah Jackson there. He has not played center since like 2017 back at Rutgers. So the Lions played this really well with Jonah Jackson. He's a stud. I mean, he really is, but he's often injured. And I think that's number one. Number two, you're going to, pay a guy a lot of money when you can get 2 players, Zeitler and Graham Glasgow, for less than you pay him. And I get they're older, no question. You're looking year to year here as you try to fill this up, but you get a guy in Graham Glasgow that can play center. So now the Lions, their offensive line, fully set, ready to go. Rams scrambling. You got Matt Stafford, Jared Goff. Like, here we go again. Love it. The Rams are really good offensively, but the key to it, and Matt Stafford said it, he had some in-season stuff following him last year and some postseason stuff and interviews. Offensive line was at an elite level last year, the Rams offensive line. And I agree with that. Remember in the playoff game, we couldn't get to Stafford. We kind of did. I mean, our defensive line was trying, right? I mean, like, because we had the home crowd. It's playoff game. Like, you're as revved as you're ever going to be. And it was just tough, man. It was tough getting there. Puka Nakua's doing his thing. He's blocking Cooper Kupp. I mean, it's just like, geez, this is this is crazy. So this Rams offensive line was good, but they're scrambling with injuries and trying to figure it out, whereas the Lions in great shape. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on that. I think it's just another reminder of how the Lions are in great shape, and the roster is being so well managed. Another kind of here that I think is interesting is, remember that Trevor Nowaski was able to get back with the Lions. This is the Lions were able to reacquire Trevor Nowaski this past week, and we explore the reasoning behind that move. This was a bigger deal than it may seem, just because Nowaski is a really good special teams player. Brad Holmes said special teams. It's just as important to us as offense and defense. For the previous 3 seasons, the Lions kept 6 linebackers. Pittman, remember him? I mean, he was so vital to what the Lions were doing. He's always out there, special teams guy. So Nowaski's that. He's like 6'3", 250. I mean, he's a big dude. He's, not 250, 6'3", 235. His RAS score was one of the best we've ever seen. And it's like, what the heck? This guy's got everything. Just needs to figure it out a little bit on the special team side of things. So Nowaski's back, and so you start going top to bottom, and you're just like, well, where are the question marks in this roster heading into week 1? Offensive line's good, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receiver, I guess, would be one. You're trying to figure out like who's going to play where, but I mean, we've got that. I mean, I'm not worried about the wide receiver position. We'll see. We'll see what goes on there. Defensive line, I mean, DJ Reader may or may not play. We'll see what goes on with him. And offensively, defensively, I mean, it's all there. So I can't wait to see. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you're going to this game. Thoughts, what that's going to be like. Let me know if you were at the last one. Obviously, I'm talking about last year playoff game against the Rams. If you were there, kind of what that was like. I was not there. Probably should have been, really. The more you think about it. Probably should have been. Just remember, tickets were a lot, of course. Trying to kind of navigate that. It was a Sunday night game. Work the next day. It's kind of like, well, should I do that? Should we get a hotel? It's just, there was some things and it never happened. And now it's like, wow, it was just crazy watching on TV. I can't imagine being there for that. I mean, you could tell the noise, the energy was obviously just incredible. And that's what's cool, is you've heard other players and stuff talk about it since, because the more time goes, the more the legend grows of how awesome it was there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.